Welcome to the FWOT Show on the Coil Entertainment Network, fixing the planet one idiot at a time. At least that's the goal. I'm Rob Steele, that's Jesus Jones in the background, and earlier this week I got an email from my local idiot, congressman. I meant congressman. His name's Rick Allen. He sent me an email to say that he expects my support in the upcoming election. He's not going to get that. But he won't be able to communicate for 90 days before the election due to the blackout period. So please sign up to receive emails from him. All right, so as usual here, two things. I got this email because my wife signed up to see what the opposition is up to. And the only people getting this are the people who have already signed up to get the emails. So why did you send me an email to sign up to get the emails I've already got? Hello. And two, how do we get Trump to have a blackout period? Actually, I was thinking earlier, I think his whole presidency might just be one big blackout period. He doesn't seem to be able to remember anything, except, that Elton John has an organ and he doesn't.
Elton has an organ.
Yeah. Speaking of organs, Trump had his dream date with the Russian Prime Minister in Helsinki. Yes, what a romantic town. And he found Putin's denial of election meddling powerful. You know what? I found Superman and Thor to be powerful too, but they're just as fictional as Putin's denial. Yeah, seriously. Check this out. This is a transcription of a phone call that the CIA picked up between Putin and, frankly, we don't know. Check this out.
Yes, I need to know who trained Operative 86. Yes, because he's gone too far. I do not know who trained him. Who trained Sergey? You let Sergey do that one? Okay, yes, I understand. I did not expect it to work either. I underestimated the ability of Americans to be stupid. I should have paid more attention to their Facebook posts.
Yeah, you know what? That's not real either. Putin meddled in the election. I think we figured that out already, didn't we? But then, Trump went off through Europe. Then he went off on Europe. Several things he said just did not make any sense. Like, what is it? The European Union is a foe of the United States? Excuse me? No. Ally. The word you're looking for is ally. Russia might be a foe. I mean, they just screwed with our election. Hello. But his other thing last week, and this one got me almost as much as calling the European Union a foe, he said immigrants are stripping Europe of its culture. Because when, people from Spain moved to France, look at the culture being... Wait, what? Really? They're just moving around in the European Union. New Jersey's culture is not being stripped because someone from New York comes down. That's not how that works. By the way, aren't you, Don Boy, the grandson of it's a German immigrant? Your dad, I think it was your dad, was a Scottish immigrant? You're married to a Slovenian immigrant, and you've already divorced a Czechoslovakian immigrant. Now, if the immigrants are stripping Europe of its culture, then that means they pretty much have ruined you as well. And by your own argument, Don Boy, you really should just get the fuck off the planet. Seriously. I mean, you don't even get protocols right with other leaders. He met with the Queen, folks. The Queen of England. I mean, when you say the Queen, you go, Queen of England. That's where you go with this. He met her and screwed how many of the protocols? Seriously, I mean, what? He showed up late? He walked in front of her? You don't walk in front of the Queen. You can walk beside the Queen. You can walk behind the Queen. That's the way it works. You certainly don't block her from the cameras. I suppose, though, on the bright side, he didn't follow his own personal protocol by grabbing her by the... I am disappointed by this, however. Because, you know what, Liz? You could have had him arrested. You had the opportunity. It was right there. He was doing illegal things in your country. Get him. On a personal note, I'm told that my class reunion is coming up. And just to show you how much they have no clue as to who I actually am, the email I got started with, "Dear Robert." Robert? Really? That's my dad. And I'll save you some trouble. I'm not going. I mean, it's not like I got invites to the 20th reunion or the 25th. And as for our class president, I still have no idea who you are. And I'm still rather annoyed at you blowing me off when I offered to design a website for all this crap because you asked me and I gave you a prototype and then nothing. On a lighter and completely separate note, I was trying to find out how much rain we've gotten this month because it seems like quite a bit already. So I typed rainfall into my phone. You know, at the beginning of a search, that's what you do. I typed in rainfall, and spell check looked at the word rainfall and asked if I meant groomsmen. How the hell do those I mean, apart from both being, in the dictionary, and sharing the letters A and N, how the hell did that happen? Recently, the new star of Superman movies, Henry Cavill, got in some trouble for being insensitive to the Me Too movement. Now that seems a bit odd. I wouldn't have expected that of Superman. The quote that got him in trouble was when he was talking about how he approaches dating. Which he's still single, he's allowed to do that. He said it's very difficult to do that if there are certain rules in place. Because then it's like, well, I don't want to go up and talk to her because I'm going to get called a rapist or something. So you're like, forget it. I'm going to go call an ex-girlfriend instead and just go back to a relationship which never really worked. What he's going for here is you're no longer allowed to just compliment anyone of either gender without it being construed as some kind of sexual harassment. You used to be able to say, hey, that's a nice outfit you're wearing today. You know, to either gender. You can say that to either. Granted, I don't know that I've ever said that to a guy, but, you know, I'm just saying, you can't say that anymore because it is sexual harassment, which is weird, and I can see how that would make dating difficult. I mean, I got in trouble for it once, for something that I don't think was sexual harassment. I thought it was a compliment. I was working at an office supply store, and a woman came in who, yes, very attractive woman. Yes, I was already married at the time, but she was a customer. I'm talking to her after she's bought a pen. I don't remember what it was. So I was talking to her, and I was getting kind of mesmerized by her voice because I thought it sounded really cool. I, couldn't place her accent, though, which is what threw me off a little bit. So I said, you know what? I really love the sound of your voice. I think it's very cool, but I cannot place your accent. Where are you from? And she got pissed and said, it's a speech impediment. How dare you say such a thing? Stormed out and later called my boss and complained that I was harassing her. It's not a harassment. It's a compliment. I honestly enjoyed the sound of her voice. There's a difference between harassment and compliments. There really is. I'm still in favor of the Me Too movement. Don't complain to me. It's not my fault. Scary tech news of the week. Wal-Mart has acquired a patent for a new device that allows them to eavesdrop on shoppers and employees in the store. Oh dear, I'm not sure this is a good idea. And honestly, what exactly are they going to learn? They said they want to learn shopping habits. Well, I think you can do that without having to listen in on everything. I mean, you've got a record of what they bought. It's in the register. Look at it. As for customer service, yes, we can improve customer service by listening to the customers. No, you want to improve customer service. Check this out. How long is the line? Now think about this. There's 175,000 registers at the front of every Walmart, and only one of them is open. So if the line falls into the category of very f***ing long, here's an idea. Take your head out of your ass, notice there's a line, open up some more registers. The answers are quite visible. You don't need to listen to me. Well, covertly with an eavesdropping device. You can listen to the show. And if you have any comments or questions about the show, go to the website, thefwotshow.com, where there are buttons for Facebook and Twitter and email. Send me questions, send me answers, send me ideas. You know what? While you're there, subscribe to the show on iTunes or the Google Play Store or YouTube. And even hit up the FWOT shop. You can get a hat or a t-shirt or a coffee mug. Check it out, a color-changing coffee mug. Because it's an elementary school thing? I don't know. It sounded like a good idea at the time, so yes, pick one up. In the meantime, I'm going to leave you with this. And it kind of goes back to the Wal-Mart recording thing. Hulk Hogan is back with the WWE. Yeah, I'm not sure I care either. But he got in trouble for saying the N-word. Well, he has a quote about when he comes back, and what he's told several other wrestlers was, "Be careful what you say, because you never know who might be recording." No. How about just not saying it in the first place, because it's never the right thing to say? Or maybe even adjusting your thinking to think in those terms, so that you don't offend people unnecessarily. There are times when they need to be offended personally, for things like, "Hey Trump, don't give away the f***ing country, you ass clown." But, yeah, the N-word, the R-word even, we don't need those. Leave them alone. Anyway, have a good week, everybody, and don't forget to tune in Thursday to the new Cinema Savants review show. I'll see you then.